Hi there, welcome to another video from Manifest Sounds, and in today's video I'll be walking you guys through how you can make realistic guitar melodies in FL Studio, and also we'll be drawing inspiration from the popular Ayra Starr song titled Chords. And with all of that being said, guys, let's dive right into the session. Alright, so guys, I'll be starting out with a guitar plugin, and it's a stock plugin in FL Studio, which is Flex. Yeah, so I'm going to load up Flex right away. Okay, so we are going to make use of a preset called Ace Guitar under the Essential Guitars category, and it's called Ace Nylon MK1. I already started it because I like the preset. Yeah, so it's really nice. So one of the reasons why I like this sound is because of this slow that it has when you strike it hard. Alright, so that's an amazing guitar preset that you can also start in your FL Studio. Alright, so basically our tempo is going to be around 92 to 95. Yes, so I'm going to start with 93 first, and then okay, let's build up some melody. So basically when I create beats like this, I like to be more realistic by pressing the keys, my MIDI keyboard, instead of trying to write out the melodies. For you it might be different, so in this case I'm just going to play out the melodies. First of all, rehearse it with the metronome, then next up record it. Alright, so I'm liking that melody, although I feel like I'll still make some changes to it, but I'm going to play it so I don't forget. Yeah, so I think I like it that way. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to quantize this, and you can do that by pressing Ctrl Q. Very easy. Yes, so let's preview and listen to what we just played. Alright, so one thing I want to do is to make this thing actually that slow when you hit it hard. I'm going to see if it's going to work though. So I want to do piano. So I think it should come in the second time. So the slow comes in the second time. So I think we should also activate it at this point too. So we just do that by increasing the velocity basically. So this particular one too, we can do that too. So next up, I think we should just try and spice up this melody, and one thing I like to do is to actually reverse the melody and see the way it sounds. So what you need to do first is to duplicate this track, the track that you have, duplicate it just to make sure you have the original copy. Then next up, the duplicated version, you want to highlight everything and press Alt Y, and what that does is to basically flip horizontally the melody that you just played. I just did that now. And depending on what you played, you can choose preserve start time or you can deselect it depending on what you play actually. But in this case, I don't need it to preserve the start time, so I'm good. So next up, what you want to do is to consolidate that track and make it an audio track. And for you to do that, you just need to press Alt Command C, and then you press start, and that's it. Then the last step now is for you to now, double click the audio track you have consolidated and press reverse, and this is what it sounds like after reversing it. And one thing you can do is to now layer it with the original guitar sound, and it's going to sound like this. Alright, so guys, to spice things up, I'm going to add some effects and processing to this guitar to just give it that life. And one thing I will do first is to send this audio track to the mixer. And what I want to do is to apply this plugin called Pluto by Cymatics. Such an amazing plugin, and it's actually a multi-effects plugin, so it's going to make it sound like this. Yeah, so you can see that it's sounding good already. One thing I want to do is to add some reverb, and I'm going to change it to Chima reverb, and it's going to sound like this. Yeah, one thing I can also do is to send the original guitar sound to the same mixer track where the consolidated audio is, and together they're going to sound like this. So guys, I'm already enjoying this. What I want to do is to duplicate this so that we have like a 8-bar loop of the guitar sample. Alright, so guys, next up I'm going to add a guitar chord just to solidify what we have here already. And to do this, I'm going to be using a contact library. Yeah, and the name of this guitar library is the PSR X900 contact library, which has some amazing sounds. I like to use this particular guitar called Warm Electric. Such an amazing guitar. So what I want to do is to follow suit with the progression that have been played earlier, and also complement what we have here. Alright, so guys, instead of playing it on my MIDI keyboard, I think it would be really nice to arrange it on the piano roll so that you guys can see. And also I forgot to mention that we are in the key of C sharp major. I'm going to be drawing in the chord progression, the guitar chord progression right away. Yeah, so a very quick tip is that for guitar sounds and e-piano sounds, always make sure to reduce your velocity, as it gives you that warm sound and give life to your music. This same thing I can just duplicate it to the next progression, which is A sharp. Yeah, so there was something wrong there. So yeah, one thing I can do next is to send it to the same inserts we have on our mixer where I sent in the first guitars, just for the same effect to be applied to it. So let's listen to it alone. Yeah, so one thing I'm thinking is that the reverb effect on this chord should be much, so that I can give it that ambience. So I'm going to increase the reverb. Then there is this wow effect. I'm going to reduce it a bit. So I'm really liking the ambience the reverb is giving. So what I'll do is also consolidate this, because I'm trying to avoid glitches and clicks and all of that. So I'm just going to consolidate this. So after consolidating these, we have this. So all together they sound like this. So guys, next up I think we should add a muted guitar, just to, you know, spice up things a little bit. And for the muted guitar, I have this amazing contact library I go to for my muted guitar sounds. And name of the contact library is called Dark Interval Guitars in space. And basically I just like to use the first preset in that library. It's called Muted Neck. So I think at this point I can also try and play something on my MIDI, just, you know, to see what best fits into this melody. Yeah, so I like that particular melody I just played now, and I'm going to record it in. That's it. I'm going to go in and then quantize it. Yeah, so a very quick tip for you to know: for Afrobeats, you don't need to particularly stay on grid every time, like in terms of having everything quantized. I only quantize just because I want to have option to, you know, play around with some stuff, which is what I'm going to do next. So in this case, I feel like it should be more, you know, swingy. So what I want to do is to go to my snap and then change it to 1/4 step, and that way I'm able to, you know, manipulate this MIDI note. So, you know, I can take this to the back a bit. So instead of papam, do pam pam papam, so there will be a little bit of a swingy effect there. So like this. Yeah, so guys, next up I think we should come up with a bass line that can best suit what we have here already, and I have an idea of what we can use. And there's this amazing bass in a plugin called M1, which I'm going to load up shortly, and the name of the bass is called Boost Sub Bass. I really love this bass because, you know, it's not too synthy, but it's also close to a real bass. So let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, so I think I'm loving what I'm playing already. I can just, put that idea down, and if there's a need to edit later, I can also do that. So let's record that in. Yeah, so guys, that's the idea. I don't want the bass line to be really too busy also. So I'm going to quantize this, but remember we changed our snap settings. We're going to take it back to 1/4 beat. Yeah, so it's going to sound like this. I'm going to quantize this first. So I love this, but I feel like it should come in fully at the ending part. So I'm going to take up some notes. Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, so guys, I really love the bass line. Like, no cap, I love it. Yeah, so I think the next thing we want to do is to create the drums, which is one of my favorite part also. So quickly, let's create the drums, guys. So for the drums, guys, I'll be making use of sounds from our rhythm and blues sample pack, which is really an amazing sample pack. So I'm just going to dig into it and make some amazing drums. So he has some amazing one shots too that you can check out. Yeah, so according to what we are referencing, which is the Ayra Starr song, there is this kind of high mid rim shot that was used. So we're going to go with this guy. So let's create something. Yeah, so we're going to duplicate this. Yeah, so we have our rim. Yeah, so next up, what I want to do is to add in a kick, because once I add in the kick, the vibe is already set. Then we can add in other elements like shaker and then percussions later. I think I like this second kick. We can use it, then if there's a need to change it, then change it later. So basically what I'm going to use here is just the feel the first step kind of kick, which is very common and easy to do. All you just need to do is come to the kick, then feel each first step. So I feel like our kick is a little bit low. Let's try this kick. So guys, still on the drums, I'm going to add in some percussion elements so as to accompany what we have for the drums. But before that, I want to also have the groove going, so I'm going to add in a shaker loop first. So there's this shaker loop that was used in this rhythm, because all of our loops have their stems included also. Alright, so guys, to wrap up this session, I'm just going to add in some couple of percussions to the drums, and then we do some little arrangement. and that will be all for this video. So next up, I'm adding some percussions from the rhythm and blues sample pack. Yes, I think I like this sound. So I think we have a really nice drum bounce to these amazing guitar melodies. So guys, playing it together with the guitar melody sounds like this. Alright, so guys, I'll be doing a little bit arrangement to what we have here already. After adding in some couple of percussion sounds, you know, effects here and there to create transitions, and then arranging it as a proper song, this is what we have.